All right, David Hopper of 8countnews.com. We're here with Yahoo sports writer Kevin Iole in Houston, Texas, following the Canelo-James Kirkland fight. Kevin, what did you think of Canelo's performance tonight?
I thought it was an outstanding performance, David. I mean, he did exactly what I thought he would do. You know, Kirkland came out very aggressively, and Canelo blunted that charge. You know, he met it. He stood up to the early flurry, and then he beat him down. I mean, Canelo is a really good quality fighter who has all the punches. He has everything it needs to be a superstar, and I don't think it's a stretch to call him a superstar right now. I mean, he's got the entire arsenal that you want to see. You know, he's got good offense, he's got good defense. You know, he can move in the ring, he can think in the ring. I was very impressed by what he did.
Yeah, he nearly knocked him out in the first round. He floored him. And one thing I noticed was just Canelo really maintained his composure. I think it was the second round. He looked like he may have almost punched himself out, but then he kind of took some time off and then and would counter and flurry again. Just talk about his kind of ring generalship and just how he was able to pace himself en route to that third round knockout.
Well, Canelo's got almost 50 fights, and I mean, he's a veteran. You know, he's 24 years old, but he's a veteran. And even though he hasn't been in a lot of fights like that, there are very, very few guys like James Kirkland that are going to come storm you and just, you know, get in your face the way he does. But, you know, when you've been in the ring as much as Canelo Alvarez has, you kind of get a sense for what's going on. And, you know, he was able to, you know, he took the first maybe 90 seconds of the fight to sort of figure him out. And then he knew, I think, after the first 90 seconds, he knew, okay, he's open, I can hit him with these punches, I just got to wait for the right opening. And, you know, in the second round, like you say, you know, he stepped back at one point and said, okay, I'm tired, I'm going to let you, you know, come, and I'm going to play defense a little bit. And the third round, he opened up and was just blowing them away. I mean, some of those shots he hit him with were incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he really showed the full arsenal, body shots, left hooks, everything. Uppercut, yeah, that sent him down. I think was that the second knockdown? Second knockdown was uppercut.
The third one was that big wind-up right hand.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Nolan here throwing a fastball.
A lot was made of Kirkland not being trained by Ann Wolfe. How big a factor do you think that was, if it was a major factor?
Well, I don't think Ann Wolfe would have made a difference from the standpoint of she's not going to make him a defensive fighter. Ann Wolfe is going to make him an offensive fighter. And she's going to have him in conditioning. And so I don't think it's fair to blame his trainers tonight, because while I have great respect for Ann Wolfe and I think she does a lot of good things, I don't think she would have made a difference in this fight, because this was not conditioning, this was not heart, this was, you know, he faced a better guy and he didn't have the skill, and the better guy won.
Also, I noticed just how accurate Canelo was with his punches. Earlier you mentioned, you know, Kirkland isn't much for defense, so a lot of them he was leaving himself open. How much did you think of this was Canelo's power, and how much was it Kirkland's maybe lack of a chin?
Well, I think James took some good shots in the fight. You know, I don't think James has a great chin, but I think Canelo showed pretty good. You know, I mean, he spun him around a couple times. I mean, hard to have a more impressive finish than what he had. You know, and I mean, hey, James is there to be hit, and when any quality fighter hits you flush as often as Canelo did, you're going out. And we saw that tonight. But I think Canelo has good punching power, and, you know, I think he's a better offensive fighter than maybe people would give him credit for.
Lastly, who would you like to see Canelo in with next? And do you feel Canelo-Cotto may be the best fight for boxing now that we've had Mayweather-Pacquiao?
Well, I think it's a terrific fight. I mean, I would like Canelo in that fight. I mean, I have great respect for Miguel Cotto, and I've covered him basically since he turned pro, and I've covered the vast majority of his professional fights. I've been all over the country covering Miguel Cotto, but I think, you know, I would have to see, you know, training camp and everything, but right now my early pick would be Canelo. I think he's just, you know, too big, too strong, you know, and too good for Miguel at this point of his career. You know, a couple of years ago maybe different, but I would pick Canelo to beat him.
What, by stoppage, you think? Maybe late stoppage?
I'm not sure I would say he'd stop him. You know, I wouldn't rule out a stoppage, but, you know, Miguel Cotto has a lot of this, and, you know, he's got a tremendous amount of heart and fortitude, and he knows how to make it to the end of fights. And, you know, so I would never sell him short, and I don't think you would see Canelo just bull rush him like he was doing out there against James Kirkland, because he knows there's going to be some serious thunder coming back, and Cotto can box. But, you know, I do think Canelo will win that fight if and when they do fight.
All right. Thanks so much, Kevin.